Oh, Kirk. Are you trying to piss us off? Because if so, you have succeeded. So hello everybody and welcome to a new video and welcome to my channel where we talk about everything music from death metal to Queen and everything in between. So, Kirk has done it again. So, the city I live in was actually hit by a hurricane or a tornado or something, and I had no internet, no power, no cellular connection at all for 4 days. So finally, I get power back and I get internet back, and I go to my usual website to catch up with the latest metal news, and I find this article. To make a long story short, Kirk basically said that non-musicians, who are the vast majority of people who listen to music, do not remember guitar solos. And that's some grade A bullshit. Before I really get into it, I need to stress the fact that Kirk was one of my biggest influences early on when I first started playing guitar. And it wasn't because of the riffs, it was because of the solos. Virtuosic limitations aside, he would always come up with a phrase or a hook or a melody that would always stick with you. Think about the solos to Unjustice for All, Blackened, Battery, Creeping Death. He would always come up with some interesting musical phrasing on his solos that made them memorable. So yeah, non-musicians are not going to remember guitar solos. Let me just paint you a picture from my own experiences. Before I was ever able to buy a guitar, or even fathom the fact that I was ever going to become a guitar player, I would actually watch Queen video clips and I would mimic what Brian May was doing on the guitar. I knew a lot of guitar solos, note for note, and I even knew that he was doing this to the strings, which now I know it's vibrato, and it's what makes the guitar kind of like sing out and ring out and resonate and sustain, but I didn't know that then. But I knew he was doing it, and I knew what the note would sound like. So I would go around just humming guitar solos to Bohemian Rhapsody, Don't Stop Me Now, You Don't Fool Me, Innuendo, and so many others. I could go on. And let me tell you something. I am in no way a gifted person when it comes to music. Everything I've learned and everything I know came from studying, came from hard work. So yeah, non-musicians are not going to remember guitar solos. So I guess a non-musician is basically like a musical goldfish. He forgets a solo he's just heard right after he's done listening to it. So I guess every time a non-musician listens to Jessica or Cliffs of Dover or Tender Surrender or For the Love of God, he listens to it for the first time. So that's really cool. Maybe that's why those songs are not popular. Also, think about the return on investment a non-musician gets from a Satch album or Steve Vai album. Every time he listens to it, he's listening to it for the first time. That's awesome. Best $10 you'll ever spend. But now let's be serious. I'm sorry, Kirk, but that's just a lame ass excuse for you not sitting down and working on solos anymore. And to be honest, as a guitar player, I'm a little insulted by it. Yes, of course the melodies and the vocals and the whole song structure and the words to it are going to be very memorable. But there's a lot of songs and there's a complete genre of metal that is based on guitar solos only. I mean, let's be serious. Most people that listen to power metal are just listening to power metal because of the solos. And I guarantee you, not everybody that listens to power metal knows how to play guitar. Or knows how to play any instrument, for that matter. But of course, if you're always playing the same uninspired E minor pentatonic runs, it's all going to sound the same to everybody. Not only non-musicians, myself included. I can't tell most of 72 Seasons solos apart. They all sound the same to me, just some uninspired blah. But let me just double down on something really quick. Now, Kirk, do you really think that non-musicians don't know the solos to Sultans of Swing, Comfortably Numb, Freebird, Hotel California, or Bohemian Rhapsody? You must be on some good crack, my friend. Because I bet you, anybody and their mother knows those solos. And of course, we're not talking about the occasional music listener, you know, the person that's into Taylor Swift and likes some Coldplay songs and has heard one or two Guns N' Roses and Nirvana songs on the radio station and thought they were cool. Yeah, no, we're not talking about them. They're not running out to buy your records anyway. We are talking about people who actually enjoy listening to music. They of course will know all of these solos and some of your solos as well. I am sure a lot of people who are non-musicians and not necessarily into Metallica per se or even metal are familiar with Nothing Else Matters and The Unforgiven and the solo to Enter Sandman and Whiskey in the Jar and so many others. So yeah, Kirk, the next time somebody sits there and asks you about your guitar solos, just tell them, you know what, I'm just not interested in sitting there and writing solos anymore. That would be a more true and honest answer, and I can respect that, instead of trying to come up with some lame excuse like this. We would all respect and appreciate the truth a lot more That's some lame ass excuse. Anyway guys, let me know what you think about this. And if you're a non-musician, let me know if you actually know any Metallica solos or any other solos for that matter. And if you are a musician, think about a time before you became a musician, before you started playing guitar, before you started playing keyboards or whatever it is that you play, and think back and tell me if you actually remember some of the solos you used to know and love before actually being able to dissect the solo and before actually being able to tell whether a solo is hard to play or not. Anyway guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please drop me a like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel like a man if you haven't yet, and I will see you guys next time. Happy holidays if I don't see you. I love y'all. Have a great one. I'll see you next time. Pat out, middle on, dudes.